y'all, hey, it's your girl Tawana, aka Miss.com, and it has been a minute since we have done like just a fun planner chat. So the premise of this video is to encourage those of you who have small, medium, large, extra large stashes to try to find creative ways to use the things before they stop being, use some of the stickers before they stop being sticky, and to kind of help downsize your stash if you want to. Now, if you are one of those people who has mountains of items, you love having mountains of items, I think this video was still for you. Just some creative, fun ideas. But mainly for those of us girlies who are, well, for me, I have a limited amount of space. So all my planner items are also in a space that I share for, it's pretty much a bedroom. It's one of the smaller bedrooms at that. So I work a 9 to 5. So I have my 9 to 5 computer set up. I have all my planner things. I also run an online boutique, so some of that is in here. Of course, I have like shipping things. So I am in a season where I'm gonna be honest, because everybody says, oh, I'm in the season where I'm trying to downsize, I'm trying to get rid of things. So listen, I'm trying to get rid of things, but some of these companies, some of these brands, like I have me having a little bit of FOMO. I might not need it, but if I want it. So I feel like if I can downsize some of what I have currently, that will make space for some newness. So I got started with paper planning with Happy Planner. So that was like my introduction to decorative planning. And then I fell all the way down the rabbit hole. And as I started using other brands and other companies like the sticker kits and the dolls and all of the things, I did find myself using less of the Happy Planner sticker books that I have. So I am going to pull out a few of them. Now, I'm not going to front. There are a few that I did purchase, that I have purchased in like the last year or so. And those have all really been themed books. So like the travel one, I think, and I don't know. And if I can find quotes or something. Oh, and this one is a more recent book as well. So we are going to just pull out several books. There is no theme, there is no rhyme, there is no reason. We are just going to use the things. So let me put half on one side and the other half on the other side. I also pulled out the first sticker album that I had down there, the one that was in the front. All of these stickers are from Goldmine and Coco. They vary in age in regards to like when I first started purchasing her stickers to, like, I think these were from the end of last year, the anniversary kit, well, sticker pack, but everything else in here is a little older. So this is a planner that I have not decided on whether or not I'm going to give this to my mom or if I'm going to give this to someone else. So this is being decorated with the premise that I am going to go back and redate for next year. So you see, I did pull some stuff out already. I feel like I just want to start, actually, let's do March, because I have some green stickers that I wanted to use, but I just didn't want to put them in my planner, if that makes sense. So we're going to leave that one. We're going to move to this week in March. So let me pull out that sticker book, because I was like, these are cute, and I never use them. And I've had this sticker book for a minute. And this one is from Coco Visions. I think this is on clearance on her site. Now, is St. Patrick's Day always the 17th? Or is it one of those holidays that's like the third week of whatever? I feel like it's always the 17th. So this year it's on a Sunday, so that means next year it's going to be on a Monday. So it wouldn't be this week, it would be this week. So I'm going to have to cover up the dates, obviously. But now did I grab the right book? And I think she does have some left of both of these books. I think it's the other book that has the girl in there in green. Nope, I think I just passed her. But I don't know. For a while, I'm not going to front, at the beginning of the year, I really felt like people were falling back, especially in the community, in the planner community, in regards to like buying all of the things. But the more and more I've been looking, I was like, oh, that is not becoming a thing. Now, one thing I will say, FOMO is real, but one thing I did realize is that this journey is uniquely yours, and just like anything else, you got to do what's right and what's good for you and your personal goals. Sometimes I get on these lives or I read comments from in different groups. I'm just like, do we not realize that this economy is doing what it wants to do? And as much as I want to buy all of the things and support all of the women, sometimes it is not in the budget. Those funds need to be allocated towards something else. Or sometimes those funds just need to sit and collect interest. And I think sometimes people forget that. And some of their comments sometimes just be like, well, you never know what's going on with somebody. So I do hope that we start extending a bit of grace with people. And remember that people can choose to spend their money how they see fit, because I have most definitely seen in the comments or people saying, like, oh, I bought this, and it's like, oh, that's, like kind of criticizing their purchase, or people telling people you doing things wrong. And I'm like, but if that works for them, then it's not wrong. It works for them. So I don't know. I hope this year we can get rid of that judginess that I think sometimes pops out. And you can support a company without kind of knocking another one, in my opinion, very easily. And I always say sometimes it might not be in the budget to, to buy all of the things or do all of the things, and you want to support. So that support might look like, oh, I'm just going to repost them, I'm going to share their content, because I think all of those, in my opinion, all of those things help and all of those things matter. Because at the end of the day, it's only like the people that are already following you and already purchasing your things, you already got them. So I always look at business as the goal is to not only retain people, but it's also to bring more people into the brand and into the fold. So I don't know. It's just something I have noticed. And as someone who has been around the block in operation and finance operations for pretty much my whole career, if I'm being honest, I I work in the industry, so working for financial institutions, you already know what that's hitting for. Up and down, usually probably the first sector outside of retail to kind of start seeing that turn in the economy. And the last, what, 10, 12? Oh no, actually the last, what, 14 years, I have been in the mortgage industry. So y'all already know. I Listen, I'm one of the people. I've actually been. It's funny because me and my partner were talking about that. I've been laid off 3 times from the same company and went back when they got it together, or they found me a temporary position in another department. And they was like, I just thought about that, and I said, yeah. I was like, this is the first time um I left, and I have not gone back. I left the one institution that I was working with. Oh, has it been 3 years? 3 years. I left right during the pandemic. Just because I wanted an opportunity. One, let's keep it a whole hundred right here. I wanted the opportunity to make more money. I wanted to stay in the industry, but I wanted to do something different. So I wanted to kind of go to a different department. So with that, I was like, oh, okay, let's see what this company is talking about. Let's see if, they can match the salary. They were. So I made the transition. And now, with things going the way that they are, shit, this place is, we just had a reduction in workforce. So I most definitely am one of those people. I'm like, I haven't, thank goodness, I'm grateful that I wasn't affected by it, but it does put into perspective, um, you know, what I have set aside budget wise, or, just living off vibes wise, on what I'm going to be spending in the coming months on planner and stationery and the pretty pens and all of the things, space wise and financially wise, because I'm still in here trying to declutter. I would say this week I'm gonna be putting together a couple of different stationery bundles and putting them on Poshmark, because I bought quite a few items last year, and I hosted a professional women's event, and everybody who had RSVP didn't sign up, so I had extras. I don't need all them legal pads. I don't need all them extra notepads. I have enough notepads to last me for the next couple of months. So I was like, instead of keeping them in hopes that I'm going to use them sometime next year or for another event, I said, nope, let's go ahead and bless somebody who can, let's go ahead and, I don't want to say get rid of them, but a couple of them I did pass along to one of my girlfriends. And then the rest of them I'm going to put on there and I'm going to sell. Because it's no need to keep things laying around that I'm not going to use. I started out planning in the horizontal layout, and I thought I was going to go back to it. And I realized, no, there was a reason why I did not continue using the horizontal layout. It's probably my least favorite layout. And I think I bought this one. I think I want to say I bought it for the disc. And that's the thing too, that I said I'm going to try. And I thought that this was weird, that this sticker book, it was one shoe in here and one bag. I realized that was weird. But I said I'm going to try to not do that unless I have a plan for the guts. You can't beat it if you find a planner on clearance for you know, $5 or $6, shoot, even $8 or $10, and with the disc that you want, because the disc by themselves is going to cost you $10 to $20. So in a way that does kind of make sense. Now I say I know I'm probably not going to use this, so I don't usually like to put two of the same dolls on there together like that. So we're going to put that to the side. Let me see if I can find a quote or something so she's just not standing, or a box. So she's just not standing on air. So I said, I'm going to do a whole small series, just call it Planner Chat, and we're going to decorate and talk trash. I don't want to say trash, but we will decorate, and we can talk about the state of the planner community, what you feeling, what you not feeling. I don't know. And I do not, and I realize this too, I do not keep up with all of the trends in regards to planning. A lot of times I'll be on post, or I'll watch somebody's video and I'm like, what is that? And then I have to go and Google it, and I'll be like, oh, I completely missed that whole trend. Because I know everybody is into what I'm calling like that thin paper, that I say that paper feel like rice paper. It's smooth and it's pretty, and I'm not sure, I don't want to say it's the Hobonichi style paper, but I noticed that a lot of people are getting into that versus the thicker paper. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if that's quite something that I'm into. I think that it's nice for people who don't decorate, who don't use markers, and you're just putting pen to paper. Then yeah, I think, yeah, you'll be fine. But I think once you start wanting to be super creative in those types of planners, I just always look at the paper and think to myself, is this paper even going to hold up? But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just weird like that. But I don't know. That's the thing. And I realized, because I only have this is the thing. I caught myself canceling. I thought I canceled my cloth and paper subscription, but apparently I had just skipped the month. And I guess because in my mind I probably was still on the fence. So then when March came and that was the time for my renewal, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I wanted to cancel this, but I didn't. And I didn't even ask for a refund, because I looked at the April box and was like, oh, I want the quilted bag, because I could use that when I travel to put my planner and my tablet in. And I said, once this 3 months is over, I need to go ahead and cancel, because I don't think I need, I know I don't need all of the things. I still have things from the other boxes that are still sitting in the individual pouches. And I said, before the end of the month, I'm going to go through to make sure I do something with those. All right. I'm like, I guess you can layer that black box, but I'm like, what am I going to use that black box for? And am I the only person who struggles with using these checklists? I know what they're there for, and I know how they can be helpful, but again, I write huge, and it's never in between the lines. It's just not. So let's stick this here. Now let me good old quote. So I'm going to try to pull in Find Your Inner Peace. I thought this was cute. Can I stick her? Let's see if we got something in any of these books that have green in it. And I was thinking about that because the cloth and paper subscription is a nice subscription, and there are usually, one or two things in there that I really, that I would use and that I like. And I said, if I could find somebody who I could split a subscription with, like the Gold Mine and Coco brunch boxes, both the standard and the patent box, she almost had me. She almost had me because I was like, I am hosting brunch in June, and I was like, these boxes would be perfect. And then I said, Tawana, you do not need a subscription. And I also thought about it. I was like, but if I buy the box a la carte, it's twice the price. And I get that. That is not a complaint, because I agree with her. You get the discounted price because you have signed up for the subscription. I agree. But I most definitely was like, oh, she almost got me with that one. And the pajama one with the eye mask, I was like, I just had to make an executive decision and say, no, it is cute. And I was like, if I could find somebody who would be willing to, like, go half on the boxes. But then I said, what happens when we both want the same items out the box? That part right there. I said, then one of us gonna have a whole attitude. So I was like, that might not work, because I most definitely have gone half with grab bags and stuff like that with my friends. Just because it's like, I would say, hey, I'm looking for, like, I'm ordering this grab bag. These are the type of stickers that I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. Do you mind if I take these ones out? And they usually like, oh yeah, go ahead, because I don't use them, or oh, go ahead because I want these. So that works out pretty good. But yeah, the subscription box, I don't know if that would work. In my mind, I want to say I think it would work. But then I'm right back to, what happens when, or I guess it could be one of them things. It's like, oh, if it comes with a notebook or something, it's like, okay, you take the notebook this go round, and then next month if it comes with a notebook, you can take that one. I guess that would make sense. But, and truth be told, I feel like those would be the monthly sub boxes. I think those would be ideal for people to split, just because you get so many, especially with the Gold Mine and Coco one, you get so many items that I think it would work. But I think people don't do it. People don't ask about it or don't think about it, because it is that, well, I want first dibs, versus it being, hey, we're splitting this, so everybody got to share kind of thing. But that, I don't know. That might be something I think about. With some of my girlfriends, thinking about, like, hey, maybe we can split a box. I was like, so, it's a thought. I don't know. Would y'all split a box with somebody if you had a friend? And truth be told, I ain't even gonna front. Part of me wanted to put it in the I wanted to do it in a couple other groups, planner Facebook groups that I'm in, to ask anybody, hey, would anybody be interested in splitting a monthly subscription? But then I was like, I don't know. I think it was the whole, I don't want people being all judgy. And then there's another part of me is like, well, Tawana, who the hell cares? I guess, you know how you be stuck somewhere in between, like, who cares? And wait a minute, I don't want you out here judging me. And I'm like, my journey is my own, so it shouldn't matter. But I know how people be, and that's the sad part. Oh, I just noticed that it is not, that it's only 6 to-dos. So we'll just throw this noted up here on Monday. But that's, I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. So it was like, I'm most definitely keeping my treasure chest sub box 1 because it's quarterly. And for me, that is something that I can maintain. I pretty much use everything that's in there. The A5 items, I done pulled in one of my cousins into my planner foolishness. So she is here for all of the shenanigans with the A5. So I give a lot of that stuff to her. So with that, I'm good with that. And I think it's because to me, in my opinion, I feel like the treasure chest has most definitely moved to a more of a system and a more luxe professional vibe. So most of the items that are in the treasure chest box I end up using in my planner system in regards to business. And I have started moving into, because I realize I don't plan per se for work. What I have are tasks and to-do lists for work. The planning is, it's like if we have a report or a project or something like that, if we have a report or anything that's due, it's the same set of factors every month. So my work items are very much meetings and tasks. So with that, I'm always like, I don't necessarily need a whole work planner. And because I'm dealing with people's personal information, that's not something that I can, or that anyone should keep around just, on their desk, especially because I'm hybrid, so I work from home most of the days. 95% of the time I am home. So that's not the best option for me. So I've started using online tools to kind of write in what tasks I have, reminders, action items, and stuff like that, versus using a whole planner. Now, I will put my meetings in because those are things that I need to be aware of and prepare for, and quite honestly, dressed for if I'm not going into the office. So it is a maturation in what's happening in regards to, our lives, the reasons why we're planning, what we're planning for. And I've also come to realize, like, there is a big difference between planning and just writing out tasks. Like, my younger cousin, she's not quote unquote planning. She just needed something that she could just write all her tasking and to-dos and keep track of them for the week. So she's not planning an event. One step isn't dependent upon another, kind of thing. So for her, getting her something, she just needed something to really write in. And a part of me wants to do a series, maybe a small series, like maybe 3 or 4 videos on, like, I have a playlist called Planning on a Budget, and most of that is about redating kind of thing, buying things on clearance and how you can make your money bang. I was thinking about like how, like taking a notebook, but here's the kicker. A part of me was like, oh, I can't use my good notebooks. I gotta see if the kids have any of them notebooks that I got from Staples for 50 cents when they, you know, at the beginning of the school year, notebooks, and maybe I would decorate those and just show. But then I was like, what am I going to do after the fact? Because that's the thing. I'm like, I don't want to waste my stickers. And then I just got this notebook with stuff in it, and nobody's going to use it. And I was like, maybe I'm going to ask around and see if anybody would want one. Just a notebook. And I could do a couple videos on how you could take, you know, $1 notebook and a clearance sticker book or sticker pack and make it do what it do. Is that all the dots I have? It is. I can cut one of these down. Maybe we'll do that. I'll stick this down. And I'm just looking and I'm like, I done brought out all of the different greens. It's okay. It all works. It all comes together. I'm not going to throw anything else on there because my hope is to give this to someone. So I want to give them plenty of space to add in either their own stickers or their own, or to be able to write in their plans. So this was fun. I might end up, you might see this being chopped and screwed a little bit because it is pretty much a long video, so I might be fast forwarding throughout. But you guys have a great day. Remember to love up on yourself and love up on those who love you, and to use your stash. Make sure that you like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know, do you like these just straight decorative videos? Does it make you feel some kind of way that you know I'm not going to be using this, or do you just like kind of seeing the ideas on how to decorate different styles? But you guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.